So I thought to do a little review. Well, it's not a review, it's sort of the way I pick my hook size to my lures. I've been asked a few times now, what's the best hook size, what's the best length, what's the best weight. So I just thought I'd show you how I go about it. So we'll start off with a small size lure. And what you don't want to do is deplete the action on the back end of that lure. As you can see, it's got a load of action. So if you put the hook so far back, you lose that action at the end of the lure. So for this one, for example, I'd be using probably a size 6 and a size 8 on a 1 gram jig head. I'll just show you one of them now. So I'll grab one out, which is, let's have a quick looky. Yep, there's one there. So this is actually a 1/2 gram. See there, 1/2 gram jig head. Yep. And that's a size 6 hook. So I'll rig it up and I'll show you what I mean. And then I'll rig it up with a larger size hook and you'll see the difference. So that's now, just pop it on there. Yep. That's now hooked virtually halfway of the body of the lure. So you can see all that action on the tail hasn't depleted 1 inch. Absolutely superb, and that's perfect for me. Now I'll just put a larger size hook and jig head on there just to show you the difference. Let's have a quick look. There you go, there's one. So there we have a size 4. So I'll just pop that on for you and show you the difference. So there you can see it's right at the back of the lure, which is possibly better for hookups, but just holding that there like I did the other one, you can see that some of that action is gone. And I'll just hold it still there, and there's a bit of movement there. It's still fine to fish with, but for me I want a lot more movement. So we'll pop that one back in there, out the way. And it's the same with the larger size lures, which I'll actually keep that one out. So for example, this size shad, there's a lot of action on the back end there. I'm just holding it still, and I'll just twist it there, just give it a wobble. A lot of action there. So the same again, I want it to come roughly, the jig and the point of the hook to come roughly about there. Just see that on camera. Yep. I want it to come out about there, not back here, because that's just leaving with a little tail action, no body roll and no action off the back end of the lure. So I'll just rig this one up properly. So pop it in there, slide it around, pop it out exactly where I want it. Now you can see there, I'll hold it still in my hand and then I'll give it one twist. There you go. Loads of action, but also you get this body roll on that one. But if you use, same again, use a bigger size jig head and a bigger size hook. So what have we got here? There you go, there's one. So that's a bigger size hook on a jig head there, and I'll just pop it through for you, same again, and I'll show you the difference. Now this is only my opinion, but I think everything that helps you presenting a better bait or better lure, I should say, to the fish, it's going to stand you in good stead. You're going to get a lot more bites. So you can see there, that's virtually out the back of the lure. Now I'll hold it still there and I'll twist it, and you can instantly see the difference. There's hardly any movement there, and the body, because the jig's actually at the end of the lure, the body of the lure, you've lost all that roll when you're coming through the water. So in my opinion, picking the right hook size and jig for the right lure is absolutely crucial. So hope you can take that away, give it a go, and see how it improves, or if it doesn't improve. But hope you've enjoyed it. I'll do a bit of fishing now. So just another thing about my jig heads. Obviously you've got a colour of the lure, that one there, or a lighter on that one there. Now what I like to do is just at the front of the lure on the jig head is just give it an extra bit of colour, just as a strike point, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'll pick a bright one, which is, there's the jig head, and that's a chartreuse. So bright, it's great. Well, if I hook that one on, it's the right size hook again for this lure. So I'll hook that on, it's popping through. You see there, I haven't depleted the action of that lure, but what I have done is just put a strike point on the front of it, just something different in the water. I mean, a lot of boats come through, so that could make a difference between getting bites and not getting bites. So just that little bit of colour, and it's the same with the others. I'll just do a bigger one, because I haven't got the right size with me, but I'll show you what I mean. I'll use a silver one this time, silver and white, eyed up. Yep, and just pop it on the end of the lure, thread it through, pop it on. Now what that's actually done, now bear in mind this is the wrong size hook for this lure, but as you can see there, that's done exactly the same as the first one. Let's just give it a bit of a strike point there, something different. So as you're coming through, and there's potentially a lot of the canals have a lot of boat traffic at this time of year, so that will give you an added bonus or advantage when the cloudy water starts to come through. Just give it a go, just different colours on your jig heads. I swear by them, love them. So back to the jigging on the canals. I've mentioned before, when the boat traffic starts coming through, I tend to carry a selection of lures with me in different colours. So you can start off in the morning, it's a nice colour, it's nice and clear. So what I tend to do there is go for the natural bait, natural colour, which I'll just show you a few now, which are things like, let's have a quick look, there you go, there's one, there's two, things like that. A natural bait colour, the same there, just natural bait colours. Now when the water colours up, you can go two ways. Obviously I like using black, which may contradict itself, but as your lure's going through that water column and in murky water, it's only the silhouette that I feel that the fish can see. It's just that silhouette of the lure. So a black lure, just ping one out there, a black lure going through muddy water will show up a lot better, and it can really do some damage for you. So my biggest tip here is just carry loads of different colours with you, not loads of lures. You don't have to, you can go light. I love going light. Just carry one box, loads of different lures with you, different colours. So if it does cloudy up on you, which inevitably this time of year, you've got a different selection with you. Obviously pinks, we've got loads here, but it's just the selection of the colour. So hopefully put some in your bag, just a few extra colours, just to give you that little bit of a boost when the fishing gets a bit slow, because the boats have turned all the water up. And you can also get UV lures, which something like that, I mean UV, and they're superb, absolutely superb, because the fish have got something to home in on and see, else you're just relying on bringing your lure past a sitting fish or a fish, and you've got to bring it right past its nose. So you want to give yourself as much chance as possible to target them fish. Cheers guys. Now, lure selection, what type of lure do I want to use on a different venue, or same as say on a canal like today. It's actually trial and error. you want to see, you've got a selection with you, you want to see what the fish want and how they want it. So that's what retrieve they want and what style of bait they want. So what I tend to do is, I'll start off with something like this. Now this is a taddy, and superb for perch, and you can just find little shoals of perch and it's superb, but it's not always that colour they want. So I've always got with me a selection of different colours in the same lure. So whether it be bright, natural, and obviously the clearer ones, I've always got a selection of colours in the same bait. So if that bait is working and you catch a few fish on it, then you've also got the option to change the colour of the lure, just to give them something different. And it tends to work quite well, but don't be afraid to keep changing the colour of your lure when you're fishing, and the actual style of your lure. Things may be looking bad and you're not getting bites. It may just be that you've got the wrong style of lure on and the fish don't want that on that particular day. Give it a whirl, guys.